Chelsea, a registered dietitian with Louisiana Blue.
And I'm Catherine, the other dietitian here. And we are part of a care team, and we coach members over the phone. And we work with our nurses and our pharmacists to help you and work with your chronic conditions.
So today, with the holidays coming up, we're going to be giving you some good, healthy holiday tips to try and stay healthy throughout the holidays.
Yep. Okay, so let's start with party food and planning going to those parties, which hopefully are not too frequent. I like to remind people that, say there's a party on a Thursday or a Saturday, does not mean that you have to eat junk, terrible food,
all the food,
all week long. Try to stick to your normal routine throughout the week. Maybe gives you a little bit more leeway for that party that's coming up at the office or with families.
Right, and we definitely don't want to go to the party hungry. So definitely try and eat a good balanced meal before you go. So when you go, you're not starving and overeating everything.
Yes, a lot of people do tell me that they'll not eat hours or a day for a party.
Like save up their calories.
Correct,
yes.
Which doesn't really work because then you overeat your calories at that party. So something small and nutritious. Think of maybe like a handful of nuts, a container of Greek yogurt. You could always do a little protein shake, but a little something nutritious. Okay, so let's talk about the food we may bring to the party. Of course, you can't control what's there. There's gonna be some great, good stuff, which is understandable. But of course, if you want to bring something a little bit healthier, that would be awesome. And there's some great ideas on the internet. If you would look up things like, what did we search? Healthy holiday
recipes.
We found some great ones, and one example, or we just wanted to give a few examples, but one was the little pinwheel with the spinach, and you make it look like a Christmas tree and have some cherry tomatoes as the ornament. That looks so precious. That was a great one.
Yes, and then another one is the caprese candy cane, where you slice the mozzarella cheese and the tomatoes and you put it in the shape of a candy cane on your platter, and then you can sprinkle the green in with the basil. Another great one is the hummus, and then you take some hummus and put some maybe pesto on it for the green part, and then you can shape like your vegetables and stuff around it in the form of a wreath. So just little things like that to keep it healthy and super cute for the holidays.
Correct. And not very labor intensive, because I do not like putting a lot of effort into.
Correct.
So you can still make it easy and nutritious. So remember that. One other tip we like to do is, like, when you fill up your plate, walk away, maybe not so much grazing. That can end up to a lot of calories you don't realize. Load up your plate, don't graze, walk away. Of course, if you need more, maybe you can go back, but fill it up with that protein, those nutritious foods you brought, and try to save the good, like, rich treats and stuff for maybe things you don't get every year. You know, I'm a pumpkin fan. I really like pumpkin, and I'm very basic and like pumpkin.
Yeah.
So if there's a great pumpkin pie or a pumpkin flavored cheesecake or something that's maybe not something I'm getting in the spring, might treat myself to that because I really like that, but I'm not a brownie person, so I may not splurge on a brownie, but a pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah, and don't waste your calories on things, like you said, that you could eat all throughout the year. You know, try and find those specialty items that are worth it to you, that you only really get, for the 2 months of the holiday season.
Correct.
Also, I like to kind of look around the table first before I make my plate to kind of see what's worth it to me, and then the things that might not be worth it. You know, so definitely scope out the table and try and choose the things that you really, really want, and leave the things that you don't care for off your plate, for sure. And it's okay to not finish your plate too.
Yeah.
Just to have a little bite of something. Yeah. That's fine.
Then no one has to see it. You can discreetly drop it in the trash can.
Correct. Okay. All right. Our next tip is about healthier swaps. So I'm all about, still saving your indulgences, the things that you really like for the holidays. By no means am I trying to say change how you make those things. But there are some easy swaps for a lot of recipes that we can do that make things lower in fat, lower calories, and lower in sugar. So making small little substitutions, like If something calls for whole milk, trying to use skim milk. Or if a recipe calls for heavy cream, using something like half and half. Trying to make those small little swaps just to kind of cut back on some of those calories. Cream cheese, they have low-fat cream cheese, whipped cream cheese, all that type of stuff would definitely substitute in the recipes to make that healthier for you and lower calories.
Correct. And it may not seem like much, but when you look at the, say, 1/3 less fat block of cream cheese, and then look at the whole block that you're putting into there, or a cup of whole milk versus the skim,
Yep.
you know, those calories and fat can add up or be decreased in a good way. Yeah, I knew what I meant. So yeah.
And still tastes good too.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
we don't want to take away the flavor of anything.
Exactly. Sure. Yep. Okay, so speaking of maybe swaps, let's think about some beverage swaps. Some that are lighter than others. There's a lot of rich, creamy, good beverages out there. The eggnog, the spiked eggnog, maybe a candy cane martini, maybe a white chocolate something, a this, that, and the other. So there's some great ones. Feel free to treat yourself to some of those, or one, and try to go to the lighter ones. Maybe a glass of red wine, a light beer, some sort of maybe club soda with vodka, and you can always do a splash of cranberry juice maybe. But these rich, creamy beverages, try to watch those. I love great, delicious beverages, and I could talk about it forever, but I have another video that I will go into it a little bit more. Check that out on the playlist that we'll mention a little bit later. But yeah, just remember, you know, kind of goes to me like with food, like the richer and creamier and stuff, typically the more calories and more fat.
Yeah,
so go for the lighter, clearer
ones. And definitely like reminding yourself to have a glass of water in between each alcoholic beverage too. Just to kind of like slow you down a little bit on some of those calories. And also like non-alcoholic beverages, you know, still trying to choose like your water or sugar-free drinks, staying away from like the holiday punch and that type of thing.
True. That sugar and calories can add up quickly.
Yes,
very
sure.
Yep. So now after we're eating all this rich food, you probably just want to sit and take a nap, but let's go take a walk.
That's right.
So exercise is important, and not just taking a walk after a meal. Let's think about just keeping up your exercise routine during the holiday season. I think that's really, really important. So, and even if you don't have one, you can still start one. Again, these holiday activities are only a couple days during the whole months of the holidays. So you can always start up going to the gym, doing an at-home workout, taking a walk after, or say even an evening if there's a lunch potluck party for work or something. So
doing something after that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. For sure. You don't have to wait till January 1 to start an exercise routine.
Correct.
You know? Yes. And I always tell people that like even like 10 minutes of like walking or like a movement after a meal, it helps with like digestion and your blood sugars. So it's really beneficial. Like a lot of people think if I can't get 30 minutes in, then I shouldn't do it. But like the 5 to 10 increments during the day, they all add up and it all counts.
Very true. Yeah. So little things, take the stairs at work, park further away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good point. If you can just get in 10 to 15 minutes of something, big difference for sure. So that'll help to, so you definitely want to get that exercise in. So again, we're trying to watch the party foods that you're having at the party. Swapping for some healthier options if you're making preparations. The beverages, alcoholic and non. My mind just went to alcoholic, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Of course it did. Because why wouldn't?
So I'm glad you brought up the non-alcoholic, and then exercise too. So just getting all those in. So we're going to have a holiday eating playlist. We also have a healthy eating playlist with some other general tips that is for all year, but the holidays as well. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, like these tips can like be for all year parties too, not just the holiday parties as well. And if you need to talk to our care team, you can call the 1-800 number on the screen, and y'all have a happy holiday.
Happy holidays.